Hey, Starseed, what's going on? Hey, Gila. Just see what Gila's up to. All right, guys, here we go. Sorry about that. Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm not back up to 670, but getting there. I had, I think, 670. You're talking about subs on your channel? Oh, Can you touch on the ingredients? I look for them with no success. I keep missing you when you get into it. The ingredients, they're crystalline. They're like crystal lattice structures, and they're like made to reflect the heat, the energy from your body, and they activate certain peptides in your system, which has different effects on your body. So like the X39 activates your stem cells. But I think a lot of it's in the live broadcast with the Dr. Stacy. I'm ordering some now. Right now I'm doing I have X39 and X49. I want to add aloe vera at night. I also have XP6. Hey guys, Buffalo Mom and on. That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the intel. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's just like, we've been hearing this a lot for a long time, and it doesn't really float my boat, so to speak. I keep coming back to the idea that the most important thing, I tried and it didn't work right. X39, I don't think, what makes you think it didn't work right? You put it like, I don't think it really matters so much where you put it. The patches work right. Okay, I mean, I just like the effect. I can sort of feel it like almost right away. You had a hard time finding? Yeah, they're making me GE guru. Hard time finding. Yeah, it could be the AI geniuses are trying to hide me from the world. I mean, my channel doesn't seem to be exactly. Let me just. Doesn't seem to be happening so much. Let's try like there, right about there. Yeah, I look almost like a humanoid, right? Okay, look, if it doesn't work for you, then it's not for you. That's all. I happen to like them. I think it makes a big difference for me. But if you don't like it, just do something else. I mean, it's fine. You feel you're exiting. I also do. I mean, yeah, fast hippie days once again. Yeah. That means good evening. I listen to you while I work at 11ish, and now we can chat. Nice, Gregory. I get no results. Yeah. I mean, some people, I guess, that happens. I don't know. I like it, but I don't want to see no, I mean, I think you're looking at kind of a granular picture instead of looking at the overview. I mean, the overview is that the good guys are in control, and it's a good deal. Everything's happening. But I really think that the whole thing of this is really to focus. Gil had a video about Esther. Oh, nice. Yeah, Esther is a special soul. I look a little green, don't I? Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it, man. It's just, I love doing this, and yeah, it's a little green. Let's just maybe try a little yellow, a little yellowish. Yeah, that looks a little better. Remodeling the house. You're doing the work yourself, Gregory? I was a remodeler for a long time. Gil had a video about Esther. That's so cool. Yeah, no problem. I love doing this, but I really think with the Intel. I mean, I'm looking at the Intel. I'm just like, I mean, it was really fun when it came out from 17. It was really cutting edge, interesting because nobody had ever got this Intel. But now we're just having like people that are putting it together that we don't really know how much they know, or they're just. Yeah, she's amazing. Gila is amazing. Gila is one of my favorite people. I mean, if not my favorite person. She's unbelievable. The pain is amusing me tonight. I don't care anymore. My pain. I don't know what pain. Thanks. Um, thanks for Yeah, Gila's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Never met anyone like Gila. Okay, so but Gila, I found some nice I got my third day out with the sea glass, and it's amazing. And I think this might be a really interesting metaphor. And this is really, I mean, again, I know I'm a broken record, but with the intel and with when things are going to go down and with all this stuff, I mean, this is a long war. This is a war that's been going on for thousands of years, and it's coming to an end. And I believe, I mean, my personal belief is that we need to focus ascension. We need to focus on ascension. That's what 17 said. I just don't go, a lot of these guys with the intel, I mean, they've been saying the same thing for years. It is morphing a little bit. It is different than it used to be. But I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it's just like, hey man, next Friday, next Thursday. I mean, and let's hope it does. But there are a lot of things that it seems to me have to go down. And people have to, there has to be an awakening process for us too, for me also. I have to awaken myself. I have to ascend. I have to like keep working on myself and trying to do better and trying to, bring more healing into my own life and into other people's lives. And really, I just think we really need to focus on building the world of don't stop thinking about tomorrow, about imagination, everything that Mr. T said in his speech about being fruitful and multiply, and it's all about using the human mind, the human imagination, the human emotions, which the AI does not have. Now, I saw an article tonight about Google, that Google is working hard to up their AI stuff because they're not keeping up with the other big AI people. Why am I get over here? So they're going to step up their eyes. So Gug is going to become. I mean, it's just like we at the same time as they're increasing their AI, they're becoming more machine-like and wanting to put us into like this all one step we all walk in the same way. We all do the same things. It's not going to work out for them. We're going to win in the end. There's no question about it. But at the same time, we as individuals, I believe, just my opinion. I'm not a life coach, I mean, whatever. Is it, the intel is very, very seductive, and it's very wonderful, and it's just like, it's nice to check in with, but I don't find it as compelling as I used to do. I really think we have better things to do with our time. I think we need to build a new world. We need to focus, ascend. And that can take, like I was talking to Danielle about ASEA today, and she was saying that she goes to these conferences all over the place. She's a very successful businesswoman. She goes to these places and she meets people, and she says it's an amazing experience when two people come together. It's just so, I said that I saw a video this morning that the reason they wanted to keep us 6 feet apart is because when our auras touch less than 6 feet, like the godly energy is activated in that space. So we want to continue to build our auras, to build our communities, to build a new world, to be ready for when the shoe drops. It's not, and not to wait for somebody to come and save you. I just think that's because even if somebody does save you, and everything happens, and all your, you got your RV and all your Zim bonds and your dongs all come, and everything is hunky-dory, you're still going to have to work on yourself, right? You could be a zillion trillionaire, but if you don't know what you're about, you're still going to have the same issues. You'll just be a lost soul with $1 zillion trillion. I mean, we need to ascend. We need to grow. So, yeah, I mean, I just, I really don't want to focus on the details, Mike. I mean, I think it's really interesting, but it's irrelevant. It's just noise. It's just white noise. I mean, we all go through that phase where we love Intel. Intel is beautiful. It's exciting to try to figure out when everything's going to happen. But we've been doing this for a long, long time. And it's just like, and 17 said, focus, ascend. You guys are doing it. Hey, spiritual being. Oh, you're saying, hey, Steven's saying hello to Brian. Yeah, Brian, man, you really set me up with that last coffee load, man. I know you weren't giving me, those can't be 2-pound bags. That was an immense amount of coffee. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, we need to rebuild ourselves. That's really the bottom line. And the intel is all fine and good, but, do stuff, man. Build stuff like Brian did, man. Brian went from having a 3D job in the Matrix in California to, now he did what he loved. He loves working with the coffee, and so he's going to open up a coffee shop in Arizona. It's just beautiful. I mean, he's really building a dwelling place for God in this world. He's really doing what he came to do. I mean, I can only imagine Brian's Coffee House is going to be a cool place to hang out. And whatever it is. I mean, I'm getting people sending me things. It's just so beautiful. I got a book today that was just really so beautiful. I have to talk to Darren and I don't know how to help them. They didn't really give me like a website or anything concerning free energy. Yeah. You into electrical engineering. That's great. I mean, there must be so much. Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, don't wait, do. They won't tell you the real news at all. Yeah, I mean, but it's just we don't. Most of the people here, we don't even look at the mainstream news. We don't even look at the alternative news anymore. It's just like we've been doing this so long. It's just like, it's nice. next Tuesday we're all gonna be liberated and all this stuff. I mean, some of these people, maybe they have an agenda. I don't know, Gil, what do you think? Some of the intel that we're getting from some of our the smoke is my humidifier. Some of the intel just seems, I don't know. It could be, I don't know. I don't want to accuse anyone of anything. I mean, I love these guys. I mean, I love what they're doing, and they have a certain appeal with a certain crowd. But we have a slightly different bent. The peeps who come here, our family, that we're really working on ascension. Don't you think they should know about the portal opening March 20? Yeah, sure. Tell us, enlighten us. I mean, yeah, we need to know. Made a piece of shell art, took all day. I mean, that's what Mr. T was saying. Be creative, make shell art. That's so beautiful. I mean, I spent 2 hours combing the beach, not only finding a couple little pieces of sea glass, but understanding. I understood something really profound by my walk. It wasn't just a waste of time, because I saw the change in one day. It was a completely different beach. Now, granted, they're blowing sand in there. They're doing some kind. Yeah, I could be making art, but they're doing some kind of work on the beach. They've been doing work for all since I moved in here. But everything changes all the time. When you live by the sea, you see the changes. I'm telling you, it was a completely different beach from yesterday. Completely different. Yesterday there were big piles of shells and glass and rocks, and I found a ton of glass yesterday. Today I didn't find that much, but the pieces I found were really beautiful. And I'm starting to understand what I'm looking for. It's not so much like getting a lot of glass in your bag. I mean, I have a bag, but it's like finding an old piece that's really, really worn. And today I was just walking along and all those piles were gone. It's a whole different world in one day. The whole beach is completely different to me. So I said, okay, so let's try a different approach. So I walked along the water because I have boots. I wear like boots that come up to like almost to my knee. So I have these boots on, so I can walk right near the water. I can walk into the water if I want. They're waterproof. They're just rubber boots. And yeah, I'm missing what Gil is saying, but Gila, you're amazing. You're just amazing. How could I not be supportive of you? Really, I mean, it's exhausting, right? Yeah, Tony, you've only been exhausted awake since. Yeah, you know how it is, man. It's hard. And that's what we have to be in for. But anyway, so today I since there were no big piles on the beach anymore, I walked for miles. I didn't find the big piles anymore. So I said, I'll just walk along the water. And I found these little, like, I'm walking along the water, just having the best time of my life. Like my boots are sometimes getting wet, the waves. I'm just like so excited. I'm like a little kid walking along the water. And then you see like a little like green, greenish or bluish, like, suddenly out of nowhere, you see a piece of sea glass. It's like, wow, man, how cool. I didn't get the quantity, but I had such a good time. So I don't know. I'm just saying, that to use the time, and I got a lot done in the morning. But they're treasures from God. But it's like they're not, I'm not finding diamonds, I'm not finding rubles, rupee, whatever, I'm finding just pieces of hunks of glass, man, and it makes me so excited. It makes me so exciting. Just it's and to just walk along the water and see the way the waves are and the pebble, like certain beaches have these like churning pebble thing going on, and other beaches have no pebbles at all. It's really amazing. And There was a sunset tonight that was just really gorgeous. For miles with piles, yeah. But anyway, it's just the joy of the world. It's a scavenger hunt. Life is a scavenger hunt. It's a camping trip. It depends how you see it. But we get put your feet in the water. Yeah. Well, in the summer, I've already decided I'm not wearing shoes. Sometimes resting, eat when you feel hungry, right? Sing when you feel like singing, and doing the small things that bring you joy. That's beautiful, Lori. That's really good. I'm sorry I can't pin any of these things. Yeah, I know it's a code. I understand. I understand it's a code. I'm not really sure what you're I don't understand, Ruth, what you're trying to say. I don't know what you're saying, but just for giggles. Yeah. I mean, I had an aunt who could do amazing like she would take sand and sort of dribble it into these huge towers. Yeah, that's great, Warrior for Freedom. We just got to keep going on. But I'm just saying, I ground your feet barefoot. Yeah. Um, it's just I don't know. I'm just, I really, I'm just wanting to see, I'm wanting to see the family like produce, like Mio. Like I'm so proud of Mio. She's probably sleeping now. It's probably in the Netherlands. It's probably like 4 in the morning or something. But she's making this beautiful channel and she does this like art and everything. It's just like, it's amazing. Anyway, with all that said, I do have, there is some intel, but to me, it's just like we know all this. It's there's nothing. I'm not seeing anything that's like shockingly new or hold on to God's words. Yeah, it's very close. I agree, Tony P. Redemption is very close. Where we go one, we go all. Yeah, he never took an art class for it, right? Two important videos. Yeah, I've been watching your videos, Yorkie. I've been following it. First one to get 100 by iCloud download to my iPhone. It's a big, complicated maze to go through, but it worked. It was crazy. That's cool, Mike. That's great, man. Too cold, Gregory here I missed it. In New Jersey, it was freezing. Yeah. Never think of giving up. Yeah, you got grandchildren. He makes sculptures to pass time. Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, and it's just like Megan Rose is saying. It's like we're all creators, so let's create. Let's make beautiful lives. Let's build beautiful homes and um, beautiful communities and beautiful ideas of what a community should look like. There's like living in a lava lamp, right? You're waiting for me to go. Oh, nothing can stop what's coming. Yeah. Okay. So I will read. I'm going to read from Kay Habbenings. Thanks, Gila. No one well, okay, so she's saying the same thing. No one person is going to save us. You are correct. We must save ourselves. So what that means is that we have to step out of the matrix, stop living in the system, change our ways, break our habits, live in love and not fear. On that same note, it's hard to live outside the matrix when we're still living in it. So this transition is hard, but it's necessary to get to the fifth dimension. It is going to happen. This is what is meant by where we go one, we go all. Nothing can stop what's coming. That's beautiful. And that's from Kay Habbenings. That's from Colleen. Yes, we do. ANONSs are not fully awake. We still have our own work to do. Another person's free will will and ascension process is up to them. Right. Another person, right. We help others ascend by ascending ourselves and being the example. Right. I don't have to tell you how to do it. I just have to work on it myself. Exactly right. Justin, the Fibbies are looking into a significant data breach exposing personal identifiable information of hundreds of U.S. House members and staff. Okay. The DS, the dudes are in sheer panic, and we're loving every minute of it. It's event-oriented. An entire planet is at stake. Trust an old soldier. They are coming. That's a beautiful thing. That's from Frank Davis today. He says today at 3:24. Bring back tea over the target. Now, this guy, Chuck Schumer, what did Rush call him? Chuck U. Chuck U is, I mean, he does not look like the same person to me. I doubt it is the same person, or else it is him playing a role that they're telling him to play. But I mean, can you imagine telling the world that, we don't want free speech and we're not going to allow it? I mean, it's a movie. Nobody can be, even Chuck Schumer, even Chuck U is not that. He's not. He can't be that unaware of the impact and the visual effect of him coming out there and saying, "Oh no, we can't allow that." I mean, it can't be him. It can't. I mean, it can't be him in control of himself. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to ask you. I mean, my counsel moved me out of town. Okay, Gary, man, be safe out there. I heard this saying today, why do we have to pay to live on a planet which we were born? Yeah, it's a very true statement. It does not make sense. And all the galactics are like, I think that comes from the galactics say that. They're like, what's with the humans, man? Why are they? Now, Super Ron, we're talking about, talked about free energy. That's beautiful, Nancy. It's not the real Chuck. Yeah, he doesn't look like him. And believe me, he was not that stupid that he would come out and say this stuff normally. I can't, I just don't believe that. Now, I don't know if they're holding back Tucker Carlson now, if he won't be able to say what he needs to say. That I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a movie. I really do. I think it's all a movie. Yeah, I go with the movie plot, but who knows? Justin, a former JB aide tells Congress that the thing was made in a scientific, what? The bank doesn't know anything yet. Yeah, Tucker's controlled too, sure. He hit a nerve. Yeah, I know. Trump would call it low IQ, right? God bless Trump, man. The Batman 2 filming begins 11/23. This one is an actor. The White Hats are making them destroy their parties. Same with the turtle, right? We're only watching a movie, but we are participants. Yeah. I like to work backwards. Yeah, maybe it's not the real Tucker, and maybe it's not even, who knows? Who knows what this movie's about? Bank only gave me half my checks than usual. Definitely something's up. Tucker's a patriot. Okay, it could be. Bella, how you doing? You feeling good? You getting some rest? Learned Latin at that time, yeah. The Batman 2 filming begins 11/23. 11/22 plus 1 is 11/5. October 3rd release date, 45 I Am Batman. So yeah, Batman steals the Joker's balloons. Think spy balloons. Think taking out the Mockingbird. I'm sorry, satellites. I must have spent too much time on the beach. I'm also about my condition and missing some vitamins due to my right. But that's beautiful that you examined it and you found an answer. That's really that's real ascension. With the pug singing Batman, yeah. You notice everything. Sometimes trouble sleeping. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so the Batman, this is all coming from K, actually key happenings, Colleen. The war on QFS and Stellar, and this was all our friends. I don't know. Devastating investor carnage. SEC official issues inevitable. Crypto bank run prediction after huge Bitcoin and Ethereum price crash. The former chief of internet enforcement at the US Securities and Exchange Commission has predicted FTC rival Binance could see a run on deposits, potentially causing devastating investor carnage. Nino gets sleepy too? There was a woman, Daisy, who said, whenever I read the intel, I get sleepy. But that's all the unread ones from K Happenings. Everything else we've read. I mean, thank you, Bella. I appreciate it. So I hope you get the vitamins that you need. Very interesting. Thank you, Radio Guru. I appreciate it. You know, I don't think it is money grabbing. I'm just trying to keep my channel going. I don't get paid from YouTube like I used to. And you know, what are you doing? What are you doing for the world, Radio Guru? You know, I'm encouraging people to work in the real world, and I think that's very that's where it's at. No one's asking you, no one's begging you to come here. If you think I'm money grabbing, go somewhere else. You know, it's no biggie to me. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you know, that goes along with what my son told me. You know, when people start really criticizing you, that's you're really successful. But yeah, you know, I think it's a real. I think that we have been. I don't know if it was the dudes or the opposition. We've been like kind of like convinced that that making a living, there's something really sinful about it, and yet we spend all our time doing it, and they enslave us completely. So if we're doing something on our own, it's immediately suspect. I mean, I'm outside the matrix, man. I don't live in the matrix. I don't have any other way to make a living. I don't have a job. I mean, a regular, steady job. They told me I'd never work again. I'd never get unemployment because I didn't want to do their thing. So what should I do? Just crawl into dig a hole in the sand and just crawl in? I mean, I'm trying to survive just like everybody else. I don't think I'm hurting anyone, and I really want to bring a lot of people with me. I really want a lot of people to start getting out of the matrix and making money. And I don't, and I also feel that it's very important that, like the beach, that like I saw that the beach was completely transformed, that I don't, I don't want to have the same channel every day. I want to be, this is a transition. This is a growth. This is, just like ascension. You don't want to stay in the same place for the rest of your life. You want to continually change. And so too the channel. I don't want a channel that's like, okay, we only do Intel. I mean, it's just like, Look, I do this twice a day, man. It's whatever. Anyway, ice dancing. Yeah, exactly. All right. So, okay. So here's another like drop. We actually saw this, but I got to look at it a little more. So let me see if we can. North Korea cites realistic chance of nuclear war. Taiwan suspects Chinese vessels cut the island's internet channel. We read this morning. Silk Road Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm going to skip this. I'm going to go to another source. I found some interesting things from the Storm Rider, because I'm finding some of my usual haunts are a bit. So he had some interesting things here. Let me just move this a bit. Okay. Love is everything. That's right, Dana. Hey, Radio Guru, man. You know what? You can nobody's begging you to come to the channel. I'm sure you could complain somewhere else, but I'm really not. I mean, Francine told me a long time ago not to really respond to trolls. There's no real point of it. Anyway, so a lot of people. There are a lot of people who like to criticize. They like to criticize other. I'm not really into it, man. I'd rather like build a new world. It just seems to make more sense to me. I feel like I'm in a dry ice movie here, right? All right. So anyway, Mr. T demands January 6th committee members are tried for, the crime that starts with a T. Says political hacks and thugs on the panel should be thrown in jail for refusing to show videos aired by Tucker. Tucker back storyline is interesting. Yeah. One need more piece of shell art, right? Thank you. Thanks, Yorkie. It's easier to be a critic, yeah. There's enough. Yeah, we have enough negativity in the world. I mean, people, if you don't like it, just go somewhere else. Ukraine has a corruption problem, right? Matt Gaetz drills DOD Inspector General at Tuesday's House Armed Services Committee hearing. Representative Gaetz questioned Robert Storch, Inspector General of the Department of Defense. There's a picture of General Miller, is it? Is his name Miller? Whenever I see him, I just crack up. I have become so red-pilled that I cannot watch the normie alternative media. Yeah, I know. It's hard, man. That's why we really have to just protect ourselves and just, and just go easy. Heard Tucker was a black hat, now on the white hat side. Overriding the negative, yeah. It's just the poor guys oh yeah, I know, it's horrible. All right, so here's a piece of intel. Gil, you still there? Did I run you off? Okay, here we go. This is an interesting one. Now it's becoming more evident that alliance military operations are taking place. Okay, this is a good one. On the three-letter agency that starts with C, and MS-13 regiment is collapsing, and billions of their assets were seized in 64,000 arrests. And there is panic in the U.S. banks, and that is connected to money laundering. working with cartels. At the same time, Mr. T's house, McCarthy releases January 6 videos that is causing panic. And from Mr. T becoming obvious to patriots, they have been following the 17 operations that the military alliance is bringing everyone together, and the dude's three-letter agency that starts with the C machine is being dissolved at the same time, with Gilligan's Island's list already circulating through government powers. The hammer is coming closer as T's house is exposing the country generals being destroyed on the stand before T's allies. It's nice to see the truth. Yeah, it really is amazing. Yeah, I know it does. Yeah, it goes back to it goes back way before that. It goes back 6,000 years. But you're right. I mean, the most, 9/11 was a big turning point. Where do you find IL for Telegram? Where do you find ALIK? Not sure what you're saying, but there was also another post that I thought I was reading a different post. Shocking results after El Salvador arresting 64,000 cartel members. Now that's 64,000. There was 16,000 top leaders. Now they're talking about 64,000 top leaders. Yeah, the thing with in 1963 as well. Now here's a long piece of intel. The storm massive arrests begin. 64,000 cartel members. The most deadliest cartels in mass numbers that take commands from the three-letter agencies starts with the C, Project Hands, as the gangs in the south of here created for the fourth and fifth generation warfare. They kill government officials, leaders, elite spokespersons. These gangs killed and threatened thousands of U.S. officials and ran banks, news industry corporations, and public sectors that were all part of Republican parties and Democrats who would not play along with the DS agendas. So these guys were the hitmen. In 2014 to 2016, the killing force of this 13 three-letter agency network reached its high points in their operations in blackmail killings throughout the United States territories that brought thousands of Republican investors to their end, and thousands of business came under control of these bad dudes, and BO did nothing and ignored the planned rock and roller projects agenda. With BO and the three-letter agencies, it starts with C, spyware tracking all phones and computers, blackmail, military alliance figured out back in early 2000 that there would be a lot of killings. As soon as Mr. T came into power in 2000, was elected, and in 2017 took mass action against these gangs. They had them arrested throughout the U.S. and deported tens of thousands of them, but only a few were reported in the mainstream media. Carlson's was pathetic begging. Carlson is doing it again tonight. You get Rumble notifications every time. Cool. Okay, so today, and this is, I think we're coming into an interesting part, but today, 2023 military alliance operations is taking place with collapsing the three-letter agency that starts with a C and the MS Echad, the 1-3 machine operations with over 64,000 arrests, one of the largest mass arrest sting operations just 1,500 miles south of the U.S. border. So they arrested a lot of these bad boys. Now, with military alliance operations working with El Salvador and U.S. military, training the local military and police, start the massive storm arrests. Operations are underway to stop this killing machine. Mr. T promised to eliminate this gang, financed by BlackRock. Promises made, promises kept. At the same time as the 64,000 arrests are made, they unsealed arrest charges against the leaders. They're cleaning the worldwide swamp. You have more than you know. This whole thing is a psyop. Yeah. Yep. I agree with you, Gregory. Right. We got that, Warren. Yeah. Hey, Makeup with Kristen. There are tons of videos about it. We're using canning jars and some plasticos and legs and with sprouts. Nice. But there was another post that I read that said that they will arrest all of Antifa, like in a very short amount of time. Project Bluebeam, right? How's it going with your YouTube channel, Mr. Faith? Project Bluebeam has been stopped. Yeah. I think they just couldn't pull it off because people are too aware. I started growing sprouts before I left home in Connecticut. Never sit with your back to the door. Okay. That's interesting. My little brother, who's in DARPA, when he would sleep, when he was a kid, he would sleep with his back to the wall, and he always had a weapon on his bedside table, even when he was a little kid. Yeah, they're going to take out. It sounds like they're going to take out ANTIFA pretty like in one fell swoop. Carrie Lake responds after her name tops lists of potential T running mates. 6 o'clock can be dangerous. Be prepared. Grand setting this evening. Peace be with you all. What does that mean, Roger? 6 o'clock can be dangerous. It's 8:38 now. We've been hearing that a long time. I have no idea what that means. On your cell phone? You don't have a decent computer, Mr. Faith? That's pretty hard. I did all my editing on on a Mac. I used iMovie. Yeah, I think my brother, came from another world. Yeah, I think so. But he was he's very quiet. I mean, you never would have known this about him if you didn't live with him. I mean, my brother does not talk. Beet sprouts. All right. Raven always sit with the wall to your back. Always. um, I mean, Mary Volley. Grow your own food. Yeah, if you can do it, man, that's a great way to go. I'm in a place where I can't really. I asked the super if I could start a garden here. He said absolutely not. I don't know what this is. This is from Mr. T. In the states where ballot harvesting is still legal, we have no choice but to beat them at their own game. You get ridiculed for not talking. Feel positive? Yeah, we should feel positive. I'm going to grow homemade lemons. That's so cool. You'll sing? Should we switch gears? I don't know if there's any more intel that really let's see if anything really strikes me. That's cool that Nino also starts to yawn when he does intel. Oh, I can really breathe. This is really nice. Billy Bear. This is the first time in many, many years I've been away from my garden in the spring. Yeah, the microgreens are nice. You can actually get them in the market here. I might go get some tomorrow. Everything in a pot. Do you watch Babylon Bee? I don't. Should I? Cherry tomatoes, yeah. They are good. My heater filter? I don't have a heater filter. It's fun. Oh yeah, Makeup with Kristen. Is she starting a YouTube channel? Make sure you send me the address so I can post it up. And also, Mr. Faith, send me your. I think you sent it to me before. I remember putting it up, but I don't know why it's not up now. Hey, Salty Carpenter. Randy, what's going on, brother? Randy, listen, Randy likes to make cups. And if anybody wants to go in the business of selling cups, I mean, he doesn't want to make a profit. I'm not really interested in making a profit on it. If anybody here wants to do a little side gig with selling cups of, I don't have one here. I had one last night. His cups are brilliant. He makes really nice cups. Microgreens are good. Gary, one mouthful and they're gone. Yeah. A felony to be anti-Semitic. No, we have we just have hot water heat. There's no air. It's not an air thing. It's funny satire, yeah. The cups are arriving tomorrow. Amazing. Quit watching it, yeah. So I don't know if I don't feel, I don't feel like so musical right now. I'm like like anything that we should be covering before we should we call it a night to play it forward? Oh, we don't have a whole lot of peeps because I'm not really very exciting tonight. I don't know why. You have nights like that. Funny satiric channel. Interesting. It's good to help others. Yeah. Thank you, Randy. A small light visited me last night. Can you send a cup to England? I don't know. A side gig. Yeah? Maybe you can sell cups for Randy. I mean, you guys could work out a deal. Or sell some, get with this, with the ASEA or Life Waves. These products are pretty futuristic. I'm getting some for my mom, by the way, because she has hand tremors. So I'm getting some patches for mom. That was an orb. So you saw an orb. I'm exciting. Yeah. I feel like I'm pretty dull tonight. Start a new day tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just call it a night. How can I help him with the cups? Well, if you wanted to sell them and make some money or whatever, he just makes really beautiful cups, and they have like pictures of me on it, and cool sayings like "Watch the water." We need a good sleep. Yeah, see a spark in the air. I have a visitor. I feel the presence. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So let's call it a night. You're taking the channel in a great direction. Thank you. I really think so. Thank you, JD, because I really do. I think that to be obsessed with Intel is, we've been doing that for years, man. It's time to like, does he have a website for the cups? I don't know. Randy, do you have a website? I mean, you guys can, send me questions on email, and I could farm them over to Randy. Some algo food. You know what I had for dinner tonight? Popcorn with baked with yeast, the nutritional yeast. All right. So anyway, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna call it easy because I'm tired. Yeah, I think so. I think it is a good direction. The email is in the show more. It's just kabbalahguru at gmail.com. If you can spell kabbalahguru. Thanks, Infinite One. Right, but Randy just he doesn't want to he doesn't want to make money. Although I think we should send him, whoever works with him should send him some money, because it must cost something to make the cups. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to get some rest, and we'll catch you guys in the morning. All right. I think I got worn out collecting sea glass. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Yeah, I think I got it right. Okay, guys. God bless.